everyone, it's Ciara from the Home Blondie, and this is going to be a really fun video. So I'm going to show you how I find inspiration and come up with design ideas when I am making over a room in our house. So if you follow me on Instagram, then you already know we have been working on updating our guest bedroom. So we've been painting and currently new flooring is going in. So while that's all getting finished up, I'm getting started on the design plans. So for this video, I thought it would be really fun to kind of show you that entire process, and I'm going to be making a design board on Canva. So I'll show you how to do that. We'll do some online shopping, and I'm really excited. All right, so this is the room that we will be working on, and I am going to just like blur out or block out my window here just for like privacy and safety reasons. But yeah, this is the room that we've been working on. So we've been doing a ton of painting. Kevin has put in this new flooring, and we still need to do a couple more things, which I am planning on doing a video on every single thing that we do when we update a room in our house. So stay tuned for that video. But for this design project, I'm planning on putting a bed here in the center and like a shelf here in this corner. So that is what we'll be focusing on. I'll turn around and show you the other side of the room. It's actually a pretty small room, but I imagine we'll just put like a dresser and a TV here and maybe something in the corner there, but I'm just not gonna worry too much about that right now. So let's get into the design. Okay, I have my laptop and my phone here. So I'll go ahead and turn screen record onto both, and then we can kind of hop around between what I'm looking at on my computer and on my phone. So the first place that I go to find decorating ideas is Pinterest. So I usually make a board for like each room that I'm renovating. So I have specific boards for bedroom ideas, bathroom ideas, living room ideas, the list goes on and on. And so in my board with my bedroom ideas, I have realized that I'm really drawn to what I would consider mid-century modern boho. Those are like three different designs combined into one, but I would say that is my style and that is what I'm leaning towards when decorating this bedroom. So once you have all of your images pinned, just scroll through and try to pick out common themes in each photo. So for me, I noticed that I really like a light and airy feel with pops of color, and the colors that I'm drawn to are like light pinks and like orangey type colors. And I also like a lot of greenery with plants and some texture with like wood tones, and yeah, so that's kind of what I'm going for with this design plan. Now, something that I will say is do not spend too much time on Pinterest. I would just go through and pin a bunch of images that you like, and then don't focus too much on them, because what I find is when I spend too much time looking at these photos, I unintentionally end up just like recreating them and copying kind of like what has already been done. And I don't want to do that. I want to make sure that I'm like coming up with my own design plan and just taking little pieces of inspiration and not like completely copying it. So once you have an idea, I would put away Pinterest and come back to it if you're struggling. But yeah, that's how I would kind of start your design plan. So I know it can be really overwhelming to design an entire room from scratch, and I am not a professional, but I do recommend starting with a color palette. So in my Pinterest search, I found that I'm really drawn to a peachy orange and a light pink color. So I decided to start there, and I'm going to combine those two colors in deciding on bedding for this room. So for whatever reason, I decided to look for bedding from H&M. I have never gotten bedding from there before, but I have gotten majority of our throw pillows from H&M, and I really like them. So I just decided to look at their bedding, and I was really impressed with what I found. And I actually found my two colors that I am loving right now. So I'm very excited, and I'll show you what I decided on. Okay, so I decided on this washed linen duvet cover set in this orange color, which they actually describe it as a powder beige. But in looking at the photo photos and the reviews, they do say it's more of an orange than a beige, which is perfect for what I'm looking for. So I went ahead and ordered that. And I also ordered this wash cotton duvet cover set in powder pink. So you might be wondering why I bought 2 different duvet covers in 2 different colors. And the reason that I did that is because since I have never bought any bedding from H&M before, I did a little stalking on their Instagram account. So I first just went to their account specifically for their home decor, which is HM Home. And here's a little tip. If you click on their tagged images, then you can see like real life photos of how real people have decorated, potentially using the items that you are looking for. So I scrolled through there and I came across this account, and her name on Instagram is styledby.rhonda, and she actually just posted a video. It looks like she's doing a guest room makeover too, and she used H&M bedding, which is perfect because this is exactly what I want to see. So when I looked at her video, I just loved the way that she did her bedding. So she did a layered look with like 2 different comforters or duvet covers, and I specifically love the way that she has her pillows laid out. I just think it looks so cozy. So she just has 6 different pillows, or I guess 8 if you count her throw pillows, but she has 2 of each of just like her sheets and her 2 different comforters. And what I love specifically about this is she does not have a headboard, and I do not have a headboard either, which is something that I have been like not stressing about, but just thinking about in this design plan, because I really don't want to spend a lot of money on buying a headboard. We already have a perfectly good bed frame, and it's just not something I want to spend money on right now. But I was wondering, is it going to look like just not put together if I don't have a headboard? And I was looking at different DIY ideas, and yeah, a headboard is just not something I feel like putting my energy into right now. And so her video really reassured me that I do not need to get a headboard, and it still looks just as cozy just having all of her pillows lined up. So I'm going to go for that same look for my bedding. Okay, the next thing that I needed to decide on was a rug. So like I said, we just got new wood flooring, or it's like vinyl plank, it's not real wood, but regardless, I want to keep it nice, and I don't want like our bed to scratch the flooring or anything like that. And because it is all hardwood now, I feel like I need a rug to really bring in some texture and make the room feel a little more cozy and not just like so hard. So anyway, I went to rugsusa.com, and what I did is filtered by color. So they have an option here for pinks and oranges. So I just went ahead and clicked on those, and I found these 3 rugs that I really like, and I added them all to my cart. And so then from here, it's just process of elimination. So this one here in the middle, this pink textured Moroccan jute rug, I think is so cute, but because it's the most expensive, I deleted that one. And then between these 2 rugs, it's the peach faded rosette washable rug, and then the peach rosette medallion washable rug. So in looking at these, I really like them both, but I decided to go with the one on the bottom because I realized, like with this one on the top, the part I like the most is this middle section, which most of the bed will probably cover that. And in this one below, I really like the border, which is more of what you'll see. So I went ahead and removed the top one and purchased the peach rosette medallion washable rectangle area rug. And I went ahead and got a 5x8 because we have a queen size bed, and I just did a quick Google search on what size rug you should get under that bed, and a lot of images said that you could either get a 5x8 or I think a 10x12, and this is a smaller room, so I just went ahead and got the 5x8, and plus smaller rugs are cheaper and I'm on a budget here. Now for the fun part, we can start our design board. So what I've done is I've gone to canva.com. Now this is a free website. I do have the paid version just because with the paid version, they have this background eraser tool, which I think is really nice for making design boards, but you could definitely do this with just the free version. So what I've done is started with a blank design board, and then I took screenshots or saved the images of the products that I chose. So what we'll do is first add a photo of the rug here, and you don't have to like set this up to actually look like the layout of your room, but I think I'm going to just to make it look a little more realistic. plastic. So I think I'll have the rug turned horizontally. And then we're going to add in the bedding that I got. Okay, so I think that looks really good. And I should mention, I actually did this before actually purchasing all of these items because I wanted to make sure that the colors all looked good together. And I can't guarantee that it's going to actually look like this. You never really know when you buy stuff online without seeing it first. But as far as it looks on my design board, I think that all of the colors look really nice together. So hopefully this is an accurate depiction of what it's going to look like when it all arrives. Okay, the next thing that I decided to add to the design board are nightstands. So I did find a couple of nightstands that I like online, but I don't want to put a ton of money into this project all at once. So I think what I'm going to use as at least a single nightstand is something that I already have, and it's not this exact one from Target, but it looks similar to this side table here. So I'm going to just use that as one of the nightstands. So we'll go ahead and insert that into our design board. Okay, I think that looks really nice. I have this idea for our other nightstand, which actually isn't really a nightstand. And I don't know if I'll do this right away, but I'm going to add it into the design board to show you what it looks like. So like I said, this is a guest bedroom, and I think it's really nice to have an area in your guest room for your guests to get ready, like to do their hair and makeup. So I thought about setting up like a vanity table with a little mirror, or actually kind of a big mirror, and putting it right next to the bed so it would kind of double as a nightstand, but also a little vanity area. So I started searching for vanity tables, and I found this one at Target, which is totally out of my comfort zone. I usually want to do like this bright green colored furniture piece, but I think it is so fun, and I don't know if it necessarily goes with the color palette, but we'll go ahead and add it into the design board and see what it looks like. Okay, so I actually think that looks really good, and it's really fun. So it would go like right here on this side of the bed, or actually it could really go on either side, but that is where I have planned to put it right now. And then I'll show you the mirror that I have planned to put with this. I have seen this mirror so many times at Target and always wished that I had a place to put it. So I think that this is the perfect opportunity to use this mirror. So it's actually an over the mantle mirror, but I've seen people use it and just like prop it up on a vanity. So we'll go ahead and add that in. Okay, the background eraser tool kind of erases the actual mirror, but you can still get an idea of what it would look like. So yeah, I think that actually looks really cute. And I wouldn't even necessarily have to put it right here next to the bed. I don't even know if it would fit there. I think it would, but because I also have planned to put a little shelf here, I'm just going to move this down here so that it's out of the way. And then we'll make this a little bigger so you can really see it. And I'm going to put the background back on here because you can't really see what it looks like. So in the corner of our guest room, right next to the window, there's this area, and I don't know why, I just feel like there needs to be a shelf there. I don't know if you guys get that feeling when you're designing your room. Sometimes I feel like there's just one area of the room where I just know I have to put something there, something very specific, and I know that I want to get this specific shelf from Ikea, so I will show you what that looks like. Okay, I'm probably going to butcher the name of this. I think it's Vitzjo. I have no idea, but that is how it's spelled, and that's the name of this shelf. So many people have this shelf. I actually have the black one, which is like two shelves put together in one, and I've already measured. It's going to fit perfectly in this space, and I already have ideas of what I'm going to put on this shelf, like my diffuser and some essential oils, probably a little salt rock lamp, and just some other like cutesy little items. So I'm definitely going to order this. It's only $49.99, which I feel like is so affordable for a pretty large shelf like this. So we'll go ahead and add it into our design board. And I wish I would have chose different dimensions of this design board so that everything would fit a little bit better, but it will go right here next to the bed. But in real life, life there's like a larger space between the shelf and the bed. So like I said at the beginning of this video, I have really just been thinking hard about what I could put above the bed so that I won't have to get a headboard. And going back to Pinterest, a really common design theme that I keep pinning are like photos of art or a shelf with like plants sitting on it. And I kept kind of ignoring that. I just have this worry that the things on that shelf would somehow fall off and fall onto someone when they're sleeping. So I just kind of kept ignoring that idea, but I cannot think of anything else to put above the bed. I actually already looked at both Target and Marshall's for maybe like some soft art. Like, I don't know if you've seen those like woven, like macrame type things to put above the bed. And I did see a couple. Hi, it's me in the future. I am editing this video and I don't know what happened. I think I lost the clip, but what I was saying here was that I did look for like a hanging macrame to put above the bed. I just couldn't find anything. They did have a few things, but I felt like they looked a little cheesy or like a little cheap. So I decided that I am going to go ahead with a picture ledge above the wall, and I will just make sure that everything is nice and secure so that I don't have to worry about it falling on anyone. Okay, bye, enjoy the rest of the video. Okay, so this is another Ikea find, and I'm going to call it the Malera's picture ledge. I'm probably saying that wrong, but I love the bamboo texture. I feel like everything in the room is really white right now. Like we have the entire room painted white, we're getting a white ceiling fan, and then that shelf that I got is also white. So I really need to add in some texture here. So I'm going to do that with this bamboo picture ledge. And what I love about it is in these pictures from Ikea, it looks like it's big enough to where I could put a little pot on it with a plant. So I think I'm going to wait until everything arrives so I can really see what the colors look like. But I'll probably download some cute prints like from Etsy or other online shops and just make sure that the colors match like the bedding and stuff, and put a couple of photos above the bed and also some plants. Okay, so we'll go ahead and add this into our design board as well. And I really try to make things to scale. So I did measure like the width of our mattress, and this picture ledge is like 29 inches. So it'll be like about that size above the bed. So I think that that all is looking really good so far. So lastly, the only thing that I'm going to add at this point is some greenery. So I do still need to get like a dresser and probably some other things to put in the room, but I am not like going all out on this room right now. It's going to take me some time to like really invest in good furniture and nice items. So right now we're just going to start with this. So we'll finish up this design board by adding in a plant, and voila, we are all done. All right, I am so excited with how this design board is coming together. Honestly, I usually do not make design boards, and I just kind of pick and choose items as I go. And that can be really frustrating when things do not come together the way that you were expecting them to. So I think that this is such a wise way to design a room, is to create a design board like this. I am feeling just so organized with this project, and I really have high hopes that it's all going to turn out really cute. So I will make sure to update you in an upcoming video once all of these items come and I have a chance to put it all together. Maybe we could do like a decorate with me video to see what our design board looks like in real life, and if it was a success or if it was an epic fail. So make sure to like this video and subscribe so you don't miss that video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will be back very soon with another video. Bye!